Hey everyone, welcome back to Aram Dev. In this video, I am going to show you a project I built. It's called multi-camera face tracker system. This system can detect face in real time across multiple camera. It also supports webcam feed, RTSP stream, even video file. Not just detection, it can also recognize non-face estimate age and gender, and send instant telegram alert when someone is recognition. If it comes with a full UI dashboard for live monitoring, let you manage your node face, view history log, and handle screenshot automatically for any detection event. If you are interested in computer vision, security system, or AI powered application, this project might give you some solid ideas. Let's take a closer look. If you want to chat more about this project, ask questions, and share your own ideas, I, I set up a Discord community for Aram DevOps. The invite link is in the description. Feel free to join. Also, if you find my work valuable and want to support the future project like this, you can buy me a coffee. The link down there too. Your support helps me keep building and share this kind of project with you. Let's dive into a multi-camera face tracking system. I will show you how project work and explaining in code, concept and flow, everything. Okay, let's drive it. This is the home page or what I built. This is the home page. The future is multiple camera real-time tracking. It recognizing of face, not only one camera. It recognizes face in a multiple camera. Even if you give its video file, is also detect from face from head. Is using a instant face like AI tool for detecting face. There is a live dashboard UI. There is show your real time cameras. If you have multiple camera, it detects a multiple camera in their UI. There's also a telegram alert with a sound alert. If any face detect in this system, it directly sound on your system, or even if you set up a telegram alert and then it directly send your telephone notification with a screenshot of the person in which camera is detected and even which person is detected. Not only a person name, person face. You also give a gender and even age of the person. This is fully open source AI powered analyzing for face detection and SQLite logging an event. Every log and every screenshot, even any face message is detect and save in the SQLite in a real time. And you can show it in a history. Okay. There is so many things it can do. So you let's go to its code and explain how it works step by step. Okay. I close it. The here is the in. If you go to github.com rmdev slash multi-camera multicam base tracker, this is the main repository of my project. You can see here multi-camera face is robust real-time face tracking with multi-camera support, face recognition, edge and render detection in pressing alert capacity, including telegram notification. It have okay. It's visual audio alert. It means anyone detect in your system. It detect anyone face that you added there. It directly alert in your system with the sound and pop-up the face it detected. Even is also saved when our face detect any alert you show it with a screenshot of their face detection, and you also save a data of which camera and in which camera the man is detected. Okay, here is the technical stack with technology I used it for it. The instant face for a face detection. For machine learning, I use a PyTorch. For computer vision, I use it OpenCV. For GUI framework for user interface, I use a PyYQT file library. For database, I use a PQLite. For audio alert, I use a Pygame. For audio alerting. For Telegram alert, I use a Python Telegram bot. Alert channel is a Telegram bot, and geographic is a age and gender determining via instant actually giving you to gender detect and age detection led by item. This is the project pre-require a Python 3.8 or even plus it is better for it. If you it need GPU recommendation for bad performance, if you not have any GPU, it also work on your CPU only. But there is a less performance, but it work fine. It work faster and fine. But you have more camera and more face detection you need. Then you need to NVIDIA GPU. That is a performance very well. It needs FFmpeg library. This is a library you can see here on Google search. This is a free open source software project only for a video editing, audio editing. For this, you can use it NIPO for your stream board RTB stream. It means a real time, the STS full form, real time streaming protocol. A network connector protocol used estimate connect media stream like audio, video between a server and client. Okay, it's really like this. A camera, your camera if it is a RTP camera and it directly sent to the server with a link or any IP address. We are using it for a real time so in a camera with face detection. Okay. If you want to clone the library, this GitHub repo, I give a setup of how you can set up in your own system with it. You just need the requirement installation, pre-installation. First of all, always I require to install Python env for this project because it needs all required dependency in there in Python env, not in your global system. It has some version that need and everything, and you need to edit a config.yaml file for this project, and also you need to edit a camera underscore config.yaml file for your camera configuration. Without camera configuration file it not work. Okay, and here it's a directly setup like non-face screenshot config log, but you don't need to create the run this command. The our program is automatically run this command. Our project, when you start the first time project always detect the there is a data non-face screenshot config log directory that is available or not. If not available, our project is automatically create for it. You don't need to create direct manually. It's optional for you. Okay, you need to run the project. You need to just python main.py just run it, it always run it. Okay. Here is the configuration file. You can see the app name, the multi-camera face tracking system. Version of it is a 1.00 version, is the first version of the project. And the so hold red hold is 0.6, where you want to save your screenshot, data screenshot, where you want to save your non-face image, database where you want to save, alert sound where you write. If you alert have different alert sound, you need to just change your part, where is the part and alert sound, you save it. And when the web detection it alert same sound, okay, just playing it in the background. Log directory, every log, if you success every detection of any error point, it will log here directly. Recognition, detect recognition thread, how much, only 50% of face detection, it detect direct face. And recognition, detection, detection thread dot means how much face you need to detect. 0.5 means the instant face liability directly detects a face only of 50% of face. Okay. In recognition thread means any phase you have and second phase both comparison is only 60% or greater than 60%, it directly give you the alert because this person and the real face and the image of the person both matching the 60%, okay, or greater than 60%, it directly give you alert. If less than 60%, it never give alert. Okay. And max page size will be 8 if you are using a CPU. Don't need to change it. If you are using CUDA or GPU, CUDA, you need to change here CUDA. If you want the age estimation, you can true here or false. If not give you estimation, you want gender detection, true here or false. If not give it gender detection. It depends on you what you want to use. Now, the camera comparison. It really thinks you want to really like this. Okay. You need to create the camera underscore config.yaml file. Without this file, your program give you error. The program needs this file for configuration of any camera. Okay, let's understand how you can and write here something. Okay, the ID of camera will be first always be 0. The camera ID will start with a 0 always. And the name of the camera, what you want to write, anything you can write here. If you want to source a camera with your RTSP URL or camera index or even a file path. If you have a file, you just give his file path, it will directly detect from here, okay? Or RTSP link like this and your IP address and port, okay? You can directly RTPS link example, you can directly like this there. So you can show here your RTPS, your username and password, after iterate your IP address, port and path where you want to use. This is the example of the RTPS library. Okay, you can see username password here. If you have basic like this, you don't need to use a publicly live. In publicly like you don't have a username and password. If with authentication, you need to write this username password. It's authentication like here the camera detection and its channel real monitoring. What the URL you have? This is Access Bank URL like this. Video camera, everything like this. Okay, this is the example of URL. Or if you want to index, if your system have camera support, if your system have connected with any camera, if you have laptop have already have camera. If you write here 0, It means directly open your laptop camera. If you give up any video file path, it will directly open a video file path and detect a face from there. Okay. This enable means your this camera is enabled or not. If enable, you can write true. If not want to enable, you can write false. This camera will not work. Okay. Resolution, you want to set up your resolution like here FPS, your camera FPS, what is your file FPS, and a video FPS, your source FPS, anything. With 30, by default it's 30, but you need to change its rotation. How much your camera need to rotate? Its degree is the 0, 90, 180, 270. Anything. By default is the 0. Okay. And after it completed, you can write really like this. I show you in online directly. YAML online editor like it. Like open it. So you just paste it here. This is your and like here you can like ID one name name back camera source one anything you can enable or not true resolution FPS you can add more cameras like this. Okay, this is our config camera config YAML file. Now you can understand how can you configuration your camera configuration file. Okay, let's go a Telegram notification. In a config.yaml file, you need to add Telegram and enable is enable or not. If enable, if not enable directly right here the false it not detect your any Telegram and not give you anything. Okay, if you have detection, replace your bot token with it. Here you need to your bot token and your chat ID. How do you get an rate limit? Here is a rate limit. The second alert between alert and first alert and will be second alert. How much different you want the rate limit? See, it is 30. By default, I set up a 30 after the 30 alert. It will give a direct alert. Okay. Here is a chatbot. How you can set up your Telegram chatbot. Okay. First, create a bot with a bot father. At that bot father, there is any bot in Telegram with name of bot father. Go there and create your bot with any name. Okay. After creation of it, you directly go your chat ID and get ID bot. Okay. At that get ID bot, it give you a bot and add the bot to your alert channel as an admin and enable communication and restart your application. It's really simple. You need to go Telegram, search for bot father, create a simple bot for your this only for this multi-camera face tracker. Any name you want to show there and camera face and just generate a get ID bot get IDs for bot that bot. It will give a ID for your bot and add bot at your alert channel as admin. Okay, and enable right here everything data fill and your bot token and chat ID is enable communication and when you start when in fed detection it directly send you to your telegram with bot detection. Okay, run more about on the wiki. I show you there after some time. I will explain you full project with help of it because it document my project very well and accuracy what I want to explain want you. I not create any documentation of the project, but AI will create documentation of the project. I will explain you and show how it works. There is a no promotion of it, but I will show you how it works. Okay. User manual. Okay. If you want to create any phase, you want to, if you want add any phase for your system, for your, in your new project, you need to just click phase manager tool. In tool menu, there is a phase manager tool. Then you need to add your face and upload the clear photo of the person, and you need to enter the person name, only the person name, and save it. That will work one. But that you need to do. After the camera control, you need just start your application. You don't need to restart your application and anything is. It directly add face and load the face in instant face, and whenever the person is detect in the face, it just compare to your photo with a real person. If it matches with 60% up, then directly alert to your Telegram alert or directly pop up on a screen and give a sound alert. That's as simple as it is. Nothing more it needs. Okay. In camera control, you saw that is a button like start, stop, and setting about more about resolution, FPS, and other things. It's so many things. It depends on you what you want to set up there and how it works for you. Your setting is work like you want. Your setting is work like you want. This is a bit. Alert manager. Here is a part of alert manager differently. Is configure sound perfectly in alert panel. How you want to sound. It also have in when you start the program. You need to change your alert sound verification, minimum fraud, and everything. If there is an option I give you, there is so many. There also a configure fraud with zero point 0.5 and 1.0. You can set up as you want anything. There is so many things. If you want to set up, the go into setting and see what you want. And now the RTPS, I show here an example of RTPS framework. UTC protocol for stability. I use so many protocols, but TCP is the best protocol. I think. So for stability, okay. Here is the example of RTP. I show you before it, but I show you again for you clearly understand. Do not mistake with any RTP as RTSP for the project. User and password. How you can use your name here and use your password here, your IP, your port, and your stream what the URL given you. Okay. And if you have access of GPU, you just configure incomplete file recognition device have just go back. If not, just leave as it is CPU. Okay. And it optimize and lower process Intel for a few camera if you are using CPU and you have more than 5 6 camera, it has some low processing. If you have 5 inch camera and you have it more fast. Reduce resolution for distant face recognition. If you have face like on the distance, you can reduce a resolution if you detect more clearly the face and use JPEG comparison for RTPS file stream. Your image will be JPEG compared for it more optimized and more fast work for all of you. Sample use case where you can use this project. Okay. Office security. In office security monitor estimate unauthorized person. I detect for authorized person, but you can change the code and you can use for unauthorized person. Okay, you just added everything and there is some condition will be a change you can change. It will work all about it. Smart home, get alert when family members arrive. Any family member is alive, you can add the family member photo and name. Any family member alive and you will get it lock it. You just alert and you see a alert and directly you can open the gate from your phone, anything else. Retail analysis, take a customer demographic, anything else you want and some more cases there is you can use. It depends on you where you want to use. This project have some license. You can see here you go license. MIT license is a chemical modification, distribution, private use, everything. You can welcome to contribute. You can also update your project. It depends on you. If you want to contribute, you can contribute this project. Okay. The contribute guideline is here. How you can set up this project on your PC, what you need, everything basic understanding and data, the files, so how we can configuration, how everything work, how log work, how dependency work, how example work, everything I show you here. But I will explain you how code and structure of it. Don't worry. If you support the project, you can just buy me a coffee link here. You can just buy a coffee if you like the project. If you donate something, just link in the buy me a coffee here. You can donate and support the project. Okay. This is the overview of how you can set up and how it works. Okay, I want to show you something in this project. This project is using interface AI. Okay, sorry, not highlight. Interface AI. This is a interface AI. It's the interface AI. When you go to it, GitHub, this project using interface AI Buffalo L model. Buffalo L model. This is the model Buffalo L. We are using this model, but you don't need to any download and anything for this project. I'm just showing you which interface model we are using for it. This project. You don't need to download and manually set up your project. When your the project start and interface C, there is a no Buffalo L model. This project automatically download and set up your Buffalo L model for you. You don't need to manual thing anything do. You need so only manual the config file. Config and camera config.yaml file. It always a setup in a config file, config folder. You can see here. I only give you this file. You can see here config file, not a config.yaml file. You need to create the camera underscore config.yaml file here. Okay, let's dive into a flow and artificial using a div wiki explanation. Where is the code of div wiki? Where is the code div wiki? You have here. It is the code of div wiki. What the purpose of documentation provide comparing auto real-time request monitoring application with a Python. The system enable anything AI model providing multi-channel alert capability, including Telegram notification. This project you know how it works. So, and how it show you everything. Is a multi-streaming processor handling webcam, RTPS, and video file. I show you. In concurrently, it's a multiple thread. If have a three video three video camera, it's work constantly. It concurrently, it work. Okay. It's real-time face detection using instant face. There is a comparison detect head. Okay. Match detect face again as unknown face. non-phase, sorry, not unknown phase, is non-phase database. It detect only text phase. No, detect the many phase, but recognize and alert only the non-phase. Estimate gender and detection for the phase. Telegram notification, alert void, video pop-up, and screenshot capture. This is the multi-channel alerting. Event and login use SQL database, organ store, comparing event phase, 5AQ file library, what you and real-time camera feed and controlling. High-level architecture is here. How it works with code. You can see. Main application feature py dot main.py. This is the boot of this is starting point of our application. Okay. After this, it gives a main window. There is a monitoring tab, control tab, history tab, page manager dialog tab, and alert panel. Alert panel dialog means you need to play alert, you need to play, there is a setting about it, everything. After it, it will check the configuration level. Config.yaml file, camera config.yaml file, then what file is there. And then it's go to pet detection, camera manager, alert system, and pet detection. Then Telegram bots, camera source, and file managing. That which show how they connect with each other and how they work. This file show you how it's working with the image. Okay. The core concept relationship. Hi. Let's start again. The entry point you can see here is your main.py. Whenever a project run, it always come to your main.py. And after it go to main window class. After it the code business logic. Every we want always code business logic is here. Page detection class, camera management class, alert system class, and page database class. Every class have different type and they have or their own business logic. Nothing else happen. And all are connect with each other. Okay. And our viewer history viewer class, page management class, color panel class, and the data so configuration.yaml file, any of YAML file, and data non-phase, data screenshot, database library, image util modules, and Telegram bot util part. Okay, it is. There's the core concept relation. Technical stack. Sorry, what happened here? Technology stack. I show you which it gives you in detail which library has which version is using for it. For login, we are using log 0.6.0. Here the hardware requires a real-time processing pipeline. This is the more important. How real-time processing pipeline work for our application. Okay. You can see here, I just zoom in. Sorry, how much zooming, I don't know. The camera input, the WebGR and everything you can see here. You can just read the documentation about you just know how it works. Because this is a well structured documentation by even the configuration YAML file, everything. System architecture, how system architecture is created. Overall system follow layer architecture with clear separation between our application entry point, configuration management, code processing engine, user interface, and external integration. The system designed around the configuration device approach where YAML file control system behavior. Okay, YAML file always control your system behavior and system design around the configuration device approach. User interface, external integration, even code processing engine. We created code processing engine differently that only a work for code processing. I show you here in our code. If you go to up to our code library, here is a code. Here is a code. This is a core engine for our project. You can say alert system, camera management, database management, file detection, telegram management, and utility. Everything code is only in saved here. And this is the UI. This is the UI. And web is the first of all I see you as HTML tag. And this is the code UI. Alert panel UI, page manager UI, history viewer, main view. This is the only UI. And this is configuration file. And if you asset file where you can alert sound, logo, your application there. Okay. Now you can understand how system diagram work. You can see here the main file, how its function call each other. It is showing you. Okay. How function working which is the call pipeline, processing flow diagram. You can see how much is clearly show you everything is the right way. How the project works. Apply plan the interactive model, high written words and given architecture. I just want to explain installation part. I explain already explain you how installation part will work. For is how many here is a perfect example. Minimum 4 GB need GPU is optional. 2 GB space you need. And any type of operating system it works fine. So Windows 10 plus Ubuntu this version plus and maximum Ubuntu this version plus is the most Ubuntu if you are using Ubuntu 20.0.4 any Ubuntu latest version like latest version is Ubuntu is Ubuntu latest version latest version is 20.5 latest version stable latest version is 25.05 I don't know which but I latest long support latest version is 24.04. This is the main latest version. So if you are using the base version Ubuntu 24.0.4, that's the best for your Swiss project. It can support more than for native and Kura. It have the work is everything raw, smooth and fine. External dependency you need if you are using Ubuntu, you need to upload and external dependency how it download for Windows and how you can make and Ubuntu any Linux, how you can use setup for you. Everything is give here. How you can repository CD. There is a with a diagram. Here is step with clear introduction how it works. Okay. See how the database works. Even the file, how you set up file folder structures. If require Python, install Visual Studio. This is optional for Visual Studio. C++ to workload for Python project, CUDA if you have it. And if you are Linux, you need this everything. For Mac, this everything installation verification, testing module, this CUDA testing module, everything. Which version you need to install, memory detection, Mac and everything is given. This is configuration file, how configuration work. So here is showing you what you need to set up in configuration and how it works. Everything in detail. You just read it and you know what you need to do. How the application, the core concept. I need to explain this. So first it is the core concept is the following taking analyzing and decoding of waste in camera stream, but on the instant fate library in a real detection feature recognize again a database for non-face the engine has the primary computer vision. There is the power of multi-camera training. Okay, this is a conversation. How it's going to be. Camera class architecture. The init load in the page detection initialization, load models, page. I show you the Buffalo L model we are using. This is the Buffalo L model. Model preparation, then it load the non-phase, processing non-phase directly, extracting embedding, store as a non-phase object, detection phase, model get image, extending phase. After a get a full image of your camera stream or any video or your source, wherever you give a source, it get a full image of one frame. And from the frame, it extract a face which fetch recognize the extra face, generate face, then after it generates a face object. Then recognizing face, calculating how many similarity with our non-face and real gated face from the image of the camera face detection. Okay. Then both the match and recognizing result give us. And what we recognizing threads we set up, it is compared with it, if greater than it, it give you alert. If more than it, less than it, not give you alert, just leave it. Okay. Say also not directly fails and everything you know here. Model load complication. Okay. I show you first with model complication. That is showing it how pipeline work of model, where is pipeline work, everything. Camera manager, let's see a camera management. This document cover camera management subsystem that handle multiple concurrent video streams. It not use only one frame. It not use only a one camera. It use multiple camera in concurrently video stream. It concurrently use multiple camera and give you alert in real time. Camera lifecycle management, where the camera management class consider all camera operating including RTP stream, web, USB webcam also is support and video file source. For camera configuration, you need to camera configuration. I show you camera config management file, the ID, name, source file, UTR. I show you this first of all how you need to configure, how you work everything. That it here it's showing you how trade works. When our start camera, there is a function of start camera. You can see in the multi-camera page. I show you where it to camera. So camera management. Camera management. If you go here, you can find a start all camera. There is a start all camera. There is a camera start. It will camera start. Everything stop camera, capture frame, everything is function is here. So how it works? Stop at everything. Start camera. Starting set, thread creators running. Okay, after running. When capture a frame, capturing frame. When we see you to capture read family, and queue frame continue looping. Okay, stop event it stops, clean thread, clean header, execution and thread join. We stop here. Okay. This everything work in loop. Camera face, OpenCV camera and configuration, camera property, height, width, even red frame, even stop event, even support frame in the camera, get camera all frame, there is a function. It gets camera all frame queue and get no wait. So every function is working like it over. Camera lifecycle management, everything, camera ID, need to give just camera ID, it accept everything. Stop all, get all camera sensor, everything there is a all function. You can see everything how it works, how it recognizing of face. There's a mode setup. alert system, database layer, there is a motive for alert system. And so alert system is a multi-camera notification engine that trigger real-time alert when the face are detected by a camera stream. It means whenever a camera stream in a camera management detect any face, it audio configuration, telegrams, screenshot capture, alert, and so on. It will do. Architecture organized overviews. The alert system operating an even drive protection, but how the shape of a detect event the misstep that across multiple output channels. This system maintain alert history, provide control, enable, disable different notification type. There is a nothing complicated. There is a mode alert pipeline. There is a mode. This is the camera configuration and everything. I show you in the configuration file. Everything come from a configuration file. It's how can sound play, how sound play works, how Telegram notification work. Everything screenshot capture how work and which name of type is screenshot save and everything. It presented through is actually to OpenCV and the configuration, how you need to configure, how configuration take a value and how is your person work can control matter. You need to control anything, you need to set up, you need a function, anything else, you need to get up. This is a system overview and the database layer will provide presently store for a multi-camera face tracking system using SQLite. This layer manages two primary data types, face detection event log and non-face recognition with depth embedded. This database operation what handles the face database class. The provide full operation for both log and face. Call log, even any log is printed in your console or terminal. It also saved in the log folder. This is the database type or database log database type and non-face log database type. How it works, how it's creating, how the query work, and everything is here. You can just read. SQL path, main view, and application, camera configuration, developer community guideline. Let's work is developer community contributing guideline. Okay. This document provides comprehensive guidelines for contributing to multi-camera face tracking system. This covers development environment setup, code organization, coding structure, testing production, and submission workflow separately for development working with the page detection, camera management, and other component. For information about the project structure and directly organizations, how it work and everything will be here. It was simple organization, face detection, how the setup work, how int you have, recognition page detection library, how this have debug info, warning, error, circuit, how log you can detect. What structure requirement? Okay, so we need the cost structure requirement, not even you write anything else anywhere. The I used code structure requirement. Contribute more follow estimate project structure with clear separating between the business logic in a core folder, user interface, only in a UI folder, and configuration anything, only in a config file. And even the testing, if you want to test anything, you can create a test folder and test it. New features should integrate with exciting class rather than creating parallel in implementation. If you are using a new feature anything, you need the exciting class or create your own class for it and you need rendering there is a work parallelly implementation. How it now working, you need to work there, but adding a new feature vector. Unit test, if you are unit test, I'm not added, but it added for you. Maximum cover everything, how it work and contribute an issue report, bug, if you find any issue, you can work and check how you can solve it. The pull request, how you need to pull document, about matter and everything. We can't explain for it. We can use here everything. Okay, project structure. Now this is the most important part for project structure. Very fine. Just leave it. This document describes the organization of the multi-camera precision code base, including directory structure, module, historical, and location of key components. The guide instant of developer who need to understand code-based layout for a contribution or debugging or exiting the system. Directly, how directly overview. The project have a standard Python application structure with clear separation between core logic. Whatever I show you how the business logic and my project how it works. Here is the core logic. This only for the business logic. Okay, code is only for business logic. Is only for UI management for using a QY PYQT file library and asset. Okay, there is a configuration file you can set up like that. The code how now dealing with core method. Fare detection primary class. Instant fare model integration for detecting and recognizing fare. Multi-thread camera stream management. Multi-channel notification organizer. SQLite database for management. Image processing and helper function included. How code work with each other. Next one. User interface. Always be a UI library. UI folder. Okay. Communication database, data directly layer, everything is you can read here how structure work, how core structure work, and everything. With divinity is using everything. This is the overview and flow of my project. How it's working, how it works. If you want to contribute, if you want to donate, if you want to support, if you want to use on your own, you can use this open source and empty like virtual like license. You can see here the license. You can read the license, what the license give you permission, everything. You can just put here everything license, MIT license, and which permission is giving everything. You can use it. You can use this project. You can like this project. If you like this project, you can start here this project like to start and everything. Fork your project and everything is work fine. Thanks for listening to this project and view this video. Thank you so much. So that breakdown of my multi-camera precision systems. The source code in my GitHub. You will find everything you need, setup, guide, configuration, and example complete for your camera. I show and explain you everything. If you found this helpful, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss future project like this and any update. Join the Discord if you want to connect directly and thanks again for watching video. And as always, happy coding.